So, all right, so there is no message here. This is not a teaching. There's just what seems to be happening, and that's timelessly itself, sitting in front of a screen, people, seeing people and stuff like that. That's what seems to be happening, and that's just itself. There isn't anything special or mysterious or mystical about it. It's just what it is. That's the natural reality. That's the timeless and spaceless natural reality. The impression to be separate from this, the impression to be a separate experiencer, some kind of entity, some kind of thing that has an autonomous existence and that's on a path towards something greater, usually my fulfillment, um, or world peace or whatever. That's an illusion, and that's the only illusion. I'm separate, I exist, and I have to find something deeper in life. I'm alive, and this life has a purpose, which means to find something deeper. And that's an illusion. That's not happening actually in the end. It's not happening that there is someone who is on a path, that there is someone who has lost something and all those things. So all teachings that teach something, some kind of becoming, some kind of an experience of becoming, having arrived, or being something, being enlightened, being fulfilled, being happy, being liberated. All those teachings are part of that one illusion, namely that there is someone in the first place. So sitting in front of a screen can't be taught. Sitting in front of a screen doesn't need to be taught. No one's doing it, and it doesn't happen for something. It's this. This is all there is. It has nothing to do with any kind of spirituality, philosophy, metaphysics at all, or as I said, any kind of becoming.
Hi, Andreas.
Hello.
Yeah, in your introduction, this question came into mind, not a question, but a resonance that when you say there's no cause and effect, or this is timeless, and all those things, the me thinks from its own perspective as me is timeless, and there's no cause and effect as me thinks of cause and effect, and then it thinks, no, there's no cause and effect. But there was a sense that you're not talking about the me, you're talking about the whole of this.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally.
It's not the whole of this is cause, and there's no, yeah.
Exactly. Yes, I'm not talking about an experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what the me is. So
Yeah, me looks at it from its own experiential point of view and
only, yes.
understand it. Yeah.
And in a way, what we talk about apparently applies to everything that seems to be happening. The wall, the screens, the air, everyone here, everyone's thoughts, everyone's feelings, everything that seems to be happening is the timeless, uncaused reality, natural reality.
Yeah. and the whole when they say there's no center, the whole of this is centralized. It's not that me think that there's no center. The whole
Absolutely.
is not. Yeah.
There is no center. And the only center there is an illusion. I am. That's the only center in spacelessness, in boundlessness. is the illusion of a center. Oh, but I'm here, I'm a center, but that's completely illusory.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, but then this becomes something. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
seen from the center. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That was nice.
yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Of course, this is really an impersonal, the natural reality, or what seems to be happening, or no thing, which is all the same. It doesn't have a center, and that it's impersonal, it's inexperienced. The center is dreamt. So trauma is just part of the story of me. There is nothing to heal, no need for a therapist. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Well, let's put it like this: trauma is what seems to be happening, or let's maybe call it an imprint of the past. Also there, the line when it becomes trauma and when it isn't trauma anymore. Yes, that's just what seems to be happening. The illusion would be that it's real and that it's an experience for someone. And yes, usually all the healing work and the therapy work is about, again, freeing the one from the burden of the trauma with the underlying impression that a trauma is wrong. That's how usually trauma is treated. But yes, there's no need for anything, and there's no need for healing, of course. But it's also totally fine if a trauma softens or dissolves, because it turns out that there is no threat anymore. That's also perfectly fine. But of course, this general impression that there is a me and that this me can become closer to wholeness by, I mean, that's the underlying idea when I say to free the me or to help someone to be more happy. It's all the same idea, to become closer to wholeness, to come closer to fulfillment by eradicating that which is wrong. That's the only illusion. So nothing is wrong. And who knows, seeing a therapist might happen as well, but it would very quickly turn out that there's no help. That it would just be an apparent chat about nothing. Which would be whole and complete. Not that someone thinks that I think that something is wrong. I mean, seen from the person, that's the basic impression anyway, that there is something wrong. So what seems to be happening is somehow treated as if it's not wrong, and as if I have to change it. I have to become active to make it whole and complete again. So that's That's the basic impression of the person anyway. In the end, potentially against anything. It could be trauma, it could be one's own thoughts. I mean, trauma is one's own body in the end, but of course, the person is treating this as an enemy as well, at least partly. There's something that's wrong, the neighbor or the thoughts or globalization or whatever. There's something that's wrong in the person's view. That's the dream. Not because what is right or good in what the person would regard as right or good. This whole thing is just trend. Do you say there is a difference between going to a dentist and going to a therapist? An apparent difference, yeah. It's not a real difference, but there is an apparent difference. Hmm. Depends, there are no general statements, but it's same with gurus. I mean, is there a difference between a dentist and a guru? Well, yes and no. The dentist might also try to help you to become more happy, but firstly, he's just fixing your teeth. While if you see a guru, his only mission is to turn you into a happy me. And maybe, I don't know, to earn money or to save the world or whatever. So I would say energetically, there's a huge difference. And this doesn't speak against therapy or therapists, but most therapists regard themselves as kind of a guru or a healer. And of course, then I'd say it's very different from seeing a dentist or having a plumber at home who fixes something in the kitchen. But yes, it's not really different because it's all whole and complete and useless and impersonal. And not wrong, not right either, but not wrong. I don't have anything against anything, not even the personal play and its games. I saw that there are non-dual therapists, which is confusing. Yes, it's just mirroring their own confusion. Which is impersonal as well, of course. Oh, yeah, of course. Yes, I think meanwhile there's a non-dual everything, basically. Okay. Is there a difference between having a trauma with or without a me? Just wondering. Well, yeah, of course, apparently, because when there is no one, there's just a body happening, and the body just is exactly as it is. And it's not treated or regarded as wrong. And there is no one trying to work with one's own body. And there's no one afraid of one's own body. Because that's what usually happens when there is a me. The me thinks that there's something wrong with anything. And usually people are afraid of their feelings. And of course, they are deeply afraid of the feelings that the trauma is covering up. So, and that's the apparent difference, I think, when there is someone and when there isn't. But again, it's an apparent difference, not a real difference. Well, sorry, you're right, that's a huge difference. Well, yeah, apparently it's a huge difference, but not really. Yeah, all of that just is what seems to be happening. But I think a lot of people, a lot of me's, let's put it like this, live in a deep rejection of their body and what's going on in their body, thoughts, feelings, trauma, whatever the apparent condition of the body is. And when there is no one, that just dropped. It's not that there is someone or that I've learned to love all of those things. That's not needed. Why does the me feel like things are a problem? Well, to be honest, there is no answer to this question. That's just what seems to be happening, that together with the sense of me, there is a sense of unfulfillment or a sense of wrongness. But all of that is what seems to be happening and isn't real and can't be answered, therefore. It's just what seems to be happening. The moment there is a sense of self-awareness, there is a sense of restlessness, wrongness, unfulfillment, something like that. Some feeling, some impression that activates the need to seek for an answer. And it only seems to stop when this energy, me, turns out to be inexistent in the first place. But it's not logical. All right, so there is no one, this being everything, this being in perfect harmony, this being paradise is the natural reality. There's just no one there for whom it is like that. And there is no one there for whom it will become that. This is whole and complete. For no one, of course, but this someone is dreamt energy. Thank you very much for joining. I wish you a lovely day. Nice to see you. Thank you. Bye. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Thanks for this.
Thank you.